Hi girls, welcome back to my channel. Today I am welcoming you in a little bit weird scenery because we are in my bedroom and it is as uncomfortable for me as it is for you, I promise you. But the thing is that you are asking me, I promise you so many videos and you're asking me like, oh, when's the next video? When's the next video? And I swear I have no time, like I have work, I do so many things, I travel, and recording these videos and setting up this professional, setup and preparing myself and editing this and recording, like it takes so much time. So I just decided that for this one topic, because I know that this, I promised you the video about Bangkok and the treatments in Bangkok, like I promised you long time ago. It's already 1 a.m. and we are in my bedroom and I will tell you everything, and I'm sorry, but on this channel we are prioritizing the information and the value from the aesthetic of the video. So yeah, you need to bear my no makeup face and a face mask and a bed and all that. But hey, I'm doing this for you. So yes, let's talk about Bangkok. So in my other video about like the treatments that I did to slim down my face, I mentioned that I regularly go to Bangkok to do treatments, and specifically like ultraformer, sculpture. I really like doing in Bangkok, and if you haven't watched that video, just go there and watch it. You were asking me about the specific clinic names, so I want to drop the names because I tried different clinics. And I will be totally honest with you, like this video is not sponsored, like none of these clinics knows that I'm recording these videos, like they don't even know that, like I am publishing content online and so on. So just to start, I think Bangkok is great for doing like ultra former, anything for skin quality, anything for lifting like sculptra and so on. But you need to be careful and maybe don't necessarily go there for like filler, like lips or cheek or any like filler. Like don't really do it there, because as much as they are great in technology, I told you already, like you will never get in Europe, in Dubai, like the same quality of treatment, like ultra former or something like you do in Dubai and probably in Korea. Sorry, in Bangkok and probably in Korea. But you need to be very careful because they have different beauty standard. So for example, for the lips, they have different standards that we have in Europe, in Dubai, in the States. For chin, for like the shape of the face, like the cheeks, for example in Bangkok there is a big trend that they are filling temples here, they're putting filler here to have this very round effect here, right? So go for all the treatments, for lifting, for rejuvenation of the skin, for all that, but just have in mind that they have a different beauty standard. So for the lips, go to a Slavic injector, to a Russian injector, to Polish injector. They are so much better for you. Like if you are trying to follow the more like Slavic beauty standard, and I assume you do because you're on my channel. So yeah. So yeah, that being said, I told you I did ultraformer, I told you that I did sculptra. So traveling to Bangkok, I am traveling to Bangkok to do this treatment since like 2022. And as I said in my other video, I believe Korea is also good, maybe even better, but I've never been. I just tried Bangkok randomly because I used to live in Bali, and I was in Bangkok once from Bali, and then I was like, I was spending quite some time in Bali. It's like an island, and then I came to the city and I was having this like, yeah, I need to do some treatments to my face because when I was still living in Poland I was doing a lot of treatments. So then I came to Bangkok and then I realized like they have crazy number of clinics. There's so many clinics that can do treatments for you, and they are very good at it because when there's a lot of competition on the market, then people are getting good because they need to be good to stay in the market. And they like these doctors in Bangkok, that they really go through trainings regularly, and they are really up to date with all the new machines and all that, because I talked with a bunch of doctors already, like, like during, like, I go there since 2022 or 3, I don't remember, but since then, I told you I do ultraformer, right? When I was there for the first time, I remember all around the world everyone were using HIFU, and they had ultraformer. And during these years, this like 3 years that I'm going there, they only 3 years, and they updated first to ultraformer 2, ultraformer 3, and now ultraformer MPT. So you see, like, there's like most of the world is still stuck with HIFU, but they already updated the machine 4 times. They are really great. And before we go to the clinics, you also asked me, girls, like, traveling to Bangkok as a woman alone, is it safe, and so on. So I traveled to Bangkok alone so many times, and never anything happened to even scare me. But like, I cannot tell you, like, I cannot guarantee you that something, like, nothing will happen, never, because everywhere in the world something can happen. You know what I mean? Like, being a woman, sometimes it's hard, and everywhere in the world something can happen. But for me personally, I never had any bad experience there. No one had even like stole anything from me. No one even scammed me. Like, Thai people are really nice, really friendly. I probably, of course, there's crime everywhere. There is crime, and obviously Bangkok is also known for being the city of like the ladies and the lady boys sleeping for cheap money with random men. So you also need to have that in mind, and maybe when you book accommodation, don't necessarily like book it in certain areas where there's a lot of clubs and so on. Like, me personally, I always like either stay a little bit outside, or the Four Seasons Hotel if we have a nice budget. Like, the Four Seasons Hotel in Bangkok is one of my best hotels in the world. But they recently got on this list of top hotels in the world. I think last ranking they were like on the second place in like top 100 hotels in the world. And I think after that they became a little bit more crowded. But in general, the experience there is really nice. There's also this Dusit Thani hotel, very nice. But you obviously depend. If you don't have big budget, take Airbnb or cheaper hotel and spend more on the treatments. But yeah, I mean, wrapping it up, I don't think Bangkok is unsafe to travel alone as a woman. I traveled many times there all alone, without a friend, without anyone, like, I traveled myself. I never had problem. Regarding clinics, there is many clinics you will see, and I think most of them are good. I haven't heard any like bad experiences. Me myself now. Take notes, because I will tell you exact names. I tried I tried 4 clinics in Bangkok. One of the places where I go to the most often, and this is the place that did my ultraformer, is the Aura Clinic. They are now very popular on social media. Back in the days when I started going there in 2023, like, they were not that popular, but I think now they have a lot of collaborations with influencers. This Aura Clinic is okay. Like, it's very commercial clinic, and you have this maybe impression that they try to squeeze in a lot of patients and go one. But the doctors are good. They really helped me with like this, like, all the ultraformer I ever did in my life was in this one clinic. They're always like up to date with devices and everything, it's really good. And they are also this clinic, but I think all the clinics in Thailand, they will put numbing cream on you for 1 hour so that you don't feel anything, and they do. So in this clinic I did ultraformer so many times. I did Sculptra there, very nice. I also do the Rejuran, you can do there also. Botox for masseter, they do all that. Just if I can recommend you something, there are 2 good branches. I don't remember the name, but they have many clinics around Bangkok. 2 good branches. I will put on the screen so you know which branches. What I don't like about this clinic, like I'm being totally honest with you now because it's not sponsored, so I can say, like, what I don't like about this clinic is sometimes it's just too much like bam 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 bam, and sometimes the doctor there doesn't speak English well, and then the lady from the reception needs to translate it. This I also don't like that much. But comparing to other places in Thailand, they are not so expensive. Also, what they do, they have a lot of these packages like, oh, if you buy Ultra Former, then you get Botox for free or something, and you very often go there thinking that you will use this package, but these packages, they always turn out like total bullshit. Because like they say like, oh, you will get Botox for free, but there's like 1 unit of Botox. Where you're supposed to do 1 unit? So this, like it's a little bit not nice about them. And one thing, like if you checked my ebook that I'm always linking under all my videos about like the Slavic method, like I'm writing there that it's always good to go to a doctor who looks good themselves, because then you know that they have a good like standard of beauty and aesthetic and so on. The doctors there don't look nice. I mean, it doesn't change anything, but they just don't look nice. Like they don't really look like young and all that. They look like they work a lot, I would say. But overall, all the ultra formers I did there, all the sculptures I did there, and the Rajuran, and I did Rajuran there, and they numbed me so much. If you know anything about Rajuran is the salmon DNA, is super popular right now, especially in Korea. If you are a little bit into treatments and skincare, like you've heard about Rajuran, it's basically this thing that they like inject all over your face to rejuvenate the skin. And there are two types of Rajuran, the pink box and the black box. The black box was the original one, but it's painful like crazy. And then there is a pink box, which has numbing a little bit inside, I believe, and it also has hyaluronic acid inside. So, but not the one that is filler, just the one to make the skin more plumped and hydrated. And this pink one was made to be less painful, right? I tell you, once went there, they numbed me so much. I wanted to do a Rajuran, especially on my forehead, because I just felt like this area needs rejuvenation. And because it's forehead, I had to use a black box, because here you cannot inject anything with hyaluronic acid, so I had to use this very painful one. You can check on TikTok how painful it is, even the pink one. They numbed me so much that I haven't felt anything. This Rajuran didn't hurt me at all. So in that sense, they are good. But I believe in most of the clinics in Bangkok, they will do exactly the same numbing. Then what other clinics I tried? Once I tried some small one, long time ago. I will not even mention it. I don't remember what I was doing there. And then 2 more clinics. I tried, there's one called Bangkok Laser Clinic. And basically this Bangkok Laser Clinic, then they specialize in lasers. So they only have like different types of lasers, and the doctor, they just do lasers. And they really have like very fancy lasers, and I think it's good to go to the place that only has like couple of things, because that means they are really good at the things that they do, right? And I see on their page, on their social medias and websites, that people get great results with these lasers. This is mostly for like the skin quality. But I tell you, I went there and I wanted to do some laser, like a CO2 or something, and I didn't do anything, because they were like, no, this doesn't make sense, because you need to do a couple of times, and if you don't come after 2-3 months, then it doesn't make sense. I also wanted to remove moles on my face. Then she also told me, oh, that doesn't make sense, because you need to do again or something. Like, I don't know, like I was really excited about this clinic, but I didn't ended up doing anything. But I guess if you are in Bangkok a long time, you can go there. I'm just mentioning to you to have like 100% transparency with you. Then last time when I've been, I tried this Iona clinic. It's a new one. They have they are really targeting foreigners, I think, and they have some collaborations with influencers. I found them on TikTok. I went there. It was actually a nice experience. It's like the different vibe than this Aura clinic that I mentioned at the beginning. This Aura clinic, like every time you go there is a different doctor, and like plenty of branches all around the city, different doctors all the time, someone different, many patients and so on. This Iona clinic was smaller. It's owned by one doctor, and this doctor is doing like treatments on all the patients. He's really good at English. You can talk with him. It's a little bit more pricey, but they have very good machines, and this doctor is a really smart guy. I did some treatments, but now I don't remember. But I will put here on the screen what I did. I was quite happy with the treatments that I did, but the thing was that I already went to Aura like a few days before, because I was like for 5 days in Bangkok. I went to Aura before, and then 2-3 days after I went to this Iona. So, you know, I already did the sculpture in the Aura clinic before, so I couldn't do that much in this Iona. Like, I really liked their approach to patients. They did some treatments. I was having like a brighter, nicer face, and also, you know, they did I think some laser, and I came back from this clinic and I was looking like fresh and nice and so on. Like, you know, usually you go out of clinic looking red, you know, like you just got burned and so on. But after this clinic, I didn't have any redness and so on. And one cool thing that they do is they have this face scanner. So basically, maybe I can also put some screenshot here because I was making some content. Like, they scan your face with this special machine, and then they tell you, oh, like, what are your skin concerns, and then they can like pick a good treatment for your skin. Overall, I really liked it. I think maybe I just didn't use the full potential of this clinic because I already did things in Aura. And one thing about Aura, coming back to this Aura clinic, what I didn't like is, like, this time I went to Bangkok, and my biggest concern is, now you will not see I have the mask, but on my other videos you see sometimes, because I lost a little bit more weight lately, so I get little lines here, like, not statically I don't get them, but when I talk sometimes you see for sure on my YouTube videos I get little lines there. And like, I went to Bangkok, my main concern was these little lines, and I wanted to like mostly target them to fix it, you know, because the thing is, like, usually on this like more loose skin you do ultraformer, but here there's too many nerves, so ultraformer you cannot do here, you can only do here. And me, because like so many years, so many times I did ultraformer already, this on this area, like here my skin is very nice, very thin, like the skin quality here is so much better than here, but here you cannot do this because too much nerves, you can do damage. And these doctors explain you all this and so on. So they suggested me something else, and I did it in the Zora clinic, and guess what, it didn't help at all. So this also I was not 100% happy with. This, I think both of these clinics are fine, you know. These are like, I both tested and they're fine, and I honestly think there's so many more clinics in Bangkok that are good. You know, even Kim Kardashian was traveling to Bangkok for the treatments. But actually, I asked the doctors, and they told me that she was getting paid for that, and it's not true that she is traveling for the clinic to Bangkok, so that they paid her for this. This is what the doctors told me in Thailand. And because they told me, like, oh, she has so much money, she would just bring the doctors to her home or something, you know. But I don't know if it's true. This is what the doctors in Thailand say, that the Kim Kardashian, she actually got paid to go to Bangkok to this clinic. But I haven't been in this clinic, to be honest, because I believe that probably is now a little bit overpriced, because Kim Kardashian was there, whereas there are different clinics who have still a good standard, and, you know, they are always helping me feel better, feel more beautiful, and so on. So yeah, these are my recommendations. And also, just to clarify, it's not that like I go to this Bangkok because it's like extra cheap. I mean, for sure it's like more affordable than like US, or I mean, US for sure is so much cheaper, but like Dubai also maybe a little bit cheaper. But you know, I am from Eastern Europe, like Eastern European countries are also affordable, right? So I'm not going to Bangkok because it's like super affordable. you still need to pay. These machines are really good machines. Like if you do Botox has the same price everywhere, you know, like they might charge you a little bit less or more for the doctor to do the injection, but you know, like you still need to pay the price. It's not that you will go to this Bangkok and for $200 do a total face makeover. So that's from me about Bangkok. If you have more questions about it, just let me know in the comments, and I promise I'm coming back with more videos. I have a full list about it. Thank you so much for watching my channel, and I love you all, and I hope we are here to all get prettier together, and with me, good night.